NFPA 101 Life Safety Code 2021 edition, Section 17.5.1.1 states that flammable and combustible material shall not be used in fire protection systems, including sprinkler systems. Section 41.12.2 further stipulates that indoor water parks shall be protected throughout by an automatic sprinkler system in accordance with Section 9.3. PVC, which stands for polyvinyl chloride, is classified as a combustible material. Because of this classification and the regulations within NFPA 101, PVC pipe is not permitted for use in fire protection systems. Therefore, in a closed-in water park that is classified as a fire-rated structure and equipped with a sprinkler system, PVC pipe is prohibited. The rationale behind this prohibition is rooted in fire safety. Using combustible materials in fire protection systems could compromise the effectiveness of those systems, potentially leading to rapid fire spread and increased risk to occupants. Sprinkler systems are designed to suppress or extinguish fires, and their integrity relies on the use of non-combustible materials that will not contribute to the fire load. Non-combustible materials suitable for fire protection systems include steel, copper, and certain types of CPVC, which stands for chlorinated polyvinyl chloride, that are specifically listed and approved for fire sprinkler applications. CPVC differs from PVC in its chemical composition and possesses a high temperature resistance, making it suitable for some fire protection applications when specifically approved. It is crucial to consult with local building codes and fire safety officials to ensure compliance with all applicable regulations regarding the materials used in fire protection systems. Proper selection and installation of fire protection systems are essential for safeguarding lives and property. Always verify material listings and approvals before using any piping material in a fire sprinkler system. The installation must adhere to the manufacturer's instructions and the relevant NFPA standards to ensure proper system performance and reliability. Remember that using unapproved materials can have serious consequences, including voiding warranties and potentially compromising the entire fire protection system's functionality. Fire safety is paramount, and strict adherence to codes and standards is necessary to ensure the safety of building occupants and the integrity of the structure. It's also important to note that even if CPVC is permitted, the specific type and listing must be verified. Not all CPVC is created equal, and only certain formulations are designed and approved for fire sprinkler systems. These approved CPVC materials undergo rigorous testing to ensure they can withstand the high temperatures and pressures associated with fire suppression. Always look for the appropriate listings and certifications from organizations such as UL, which stands for Underwriters Laboratories, or FM approvals to verify that the material meets the required standards. Furthermore, the installation of any fire protection system, including sprinkler systems using approved CPVC, should be performed by qualified and licensed professionals. These professionals have the necessary training and experience to ensure that the system is installed correctly and will function as intended in the event of a fire. Regular inspections and maintenance of fire protection systems are also crucial for ensuring their continued reliability. These inspections should be performed by qualified personnel and should include a thorough examination of all system components, including piping, sprinklers, and control valves. Any deficiencies identified during inspections should be promptly addressed to prevent system failures. In summary, the use of PVC pipe in a closed-in water park with a fire-rated structure in a sprinkler system is prohibited by NFPA 101 due to PVC combustible nature. It's essential to use approved non-combustible materials like steel, copper, or listed CPVC for fire protection systems, and to ensure proper installation and maintenance by qualified professionals. Always prioritize fire safety and adhere to all applicable codes and standards to protect lives and property. Additional considerations for fire protection in water parks include the high humidity and corrosive environment. These factors can affect the lifespan and performance of fire protection systems, so it's important to select materials that are resistant to corrosion and to implement a regular maintenance program to prevent deterioration. Corrosion-resistant coatings and materials may be necessary to ensure the long-term reliability of the fire protection system. Moreover, The design of the sprinkler system should take into account the unique features of the water park, such as the presence of water slides, wave pools, and other attractions. The sprinkler head should be positioned to provide adequate coverage of all areas, and the system should be designed to deliver the appropriate water density to effectively suppress a fire. Fire detection systems are also an important component of fire protection in water parks. Early detection of a fire can allow for a quicker response and minimize the potential for damage and injury. Fire alarm systems should be properly designed, installed, and maintained to ensure their effectiveness. The fire alarm system should be integrated with the sprinkler system to automatically activate the sprinklers in the event of a fire. Emergency lighting and exit signage are also crucial for ensuring the safe evacuation of occupants in the event of a fire. Emergency lighting should be provided throughout the water park to illuminate exit routes, and exit signage should be clearly visible and well maintained. Fire drills should be conducted regularly to familiarize occupants with evacuation procedures. These drills should simulate various fire scenarios and should involve all staff members and, when possible, visitors. Staff members should be trained in fire safety procedures, including the use of fire extinguishers, the operation of fire alarm systems, and evacuation procedures. A comprehensive fire safety plan should be developed and implemented for the water park. This plan should outline the procedures to be followed in the event of a fire and should be regularly reviewed and updated. The fire safety plan should be communicated to all staff members and should be readily available for reference. Finally, it's important to work closely with local fire officials to ensure that the water park meets all applicable fire safety requirements. Fire officials can provide valuable guidance on fire protection system design, installation, and maintenance, and can help to ensure that the water park is a safe environment for all. Remember that fire safety is an ongoing process, and it requires a commitment from all stakeholders to ensure that the water park is protected from the risks of fire. By implementing a comprehensive fire safety program, water parks can provide a safe and enjoyable experience for visitors and staff alike. One other thing to consider is the presence of electrical equipment in water parks. Electrical equipment should be properly installed and maintained to prevent electrical fires. Ground fault circuit interrupters, or GFCIs, should be used in all wet locations to protect against electrical shock. Electrical panels should be properly labeled and accessible for maintenance. Regular inspections of electrical equipment should be conducted to identify and correct any potential hazards. Also be mindful of any chemicals stored on site. Chemicals should be stored in accordance with applicable regulations and should be properly labeled. Material safety data sheets, or MSDS, should be readily available for all chemicals stored on site. Staff members should be trained in the proper handling and storage of chemicals. In conclusion, ensuring fire safety in a closed-in water park involves a multifaceted approach that encompasses the selection of appropriate materials for fire protection systems, proper installation and maintenance, integration of fire detection and alarm systems, provision of emergency lighting and exit signage, regular fire drills, a comprehensive fire safety plan, and close collaboration with local fire officials. Additionally, attention should be paid to electrical safety and the proper storage of chemicals. By addressing all of these aspects, water parks can significantly reduce the risk of fire and create a safer environment for all occupants. It is crucial to prioritize life safety above all else and to invest in the necessary resources to ensure adequate fire protection. Neglecting fire safety can have devastating consequences, including loss of life, injuries, and property damage. Therefore, it is imperative that water park owners and operators take fire safety seriously and implement a comprehensive fire safety program that meets or exceeds all applicable codes and standards. Furthermore, it is important to stay informed about the latest developments in fire safety technology and regulations. Fire safety codes and standards are constantly evolving, and it is essential to keep up with these changes to ensure that the water park remains in compliance and that the fire protection systems are effective. Consider joining professional organizations related to fire protection, such as the National Fire Protection Association, or NFPA, to stay informed about industry best practices and emerging technologies. These organizations offer valuable resources, training programs, and networking opportunities that can help to improve fire safety knowledge and practices. It is also beneficial to conduct regular self-assessments of the water park's fire safety program. This can help to identify areas where improvements can be made and to ensure that the program is meeting its objectives. The self-assessment should involve a review of all aspects of the fire safety program, including policies, procedures, training, equipment, and maintenance. The findings of the self-assessment should be used to develop an action plan for addressing any identified deficiencies. Finally, remember that fire safety is a shared responsibility. All staff members, visitors, and stakeholders have a role to play in preventing fires and ensuring the safety of the water park. Encourage everyone to be vigilant about fire hazards and to report any concerns to management. By working together, we can create a safer environment for all. The information provided is for general guidance only and should not be considered a substitute for professional advice. Always consult with qualified professionals and local authorities to ensure compliance with all applicable codes and regulations. Fire safety is a complex and ever-evolving field, and it is essential to stay informed and to seek expert guidance when needed. Remember, the goal is to protect lives and property, and that requires a commitment to excellence in fire safety. Do not underestimate the importance of fire prevention. Implementing proactive measures to prevent fires from starting is just as important as having effective fire suppression systems. Some examples of fire prevention measures include implementing a strict no-smoking policy in designated areas, properly storing and disposing of flammable materials, regularly inspecting and maintaining electrical equipment, ensuring that all fire protection systems are properly maintained and inspected, training staff members in fire prevention techniques, encouraging visitors to be vigilant about fire hazards. By focusing on fire prevention, water parks can significantly reduce the risk of fire and create a safer environment for all. Another important aspect of fire safety is the coordination between the water park and local emergency services. It is essential to establish a strong working relationship with the local fire department and other emergency responders. This includes conducting regular meetings to discuss fire safety plans and procedures, inviting fire department personnel to tour the water park and familiarize themselves with the layout, participating in joint training exercises, providing the fire department with up-to-date contact information and emergency access procedures. By fostering a strong partnership with local emergency services, water parks can ensure a coordinated and effective response in the event of a fire. Remember that fire safety is not a one-time effort. It is an ongoing process that requires constant vigilance, continuous improvement, and a commitment to excellence. By embracing a culture of fire safety, water parks can create a safer and more enjoyable experience for all. And lastly, document everything. Keep detailed records of all fire safety activities, including inspections, maintenance, training, drills, and incidents. This documentation can be invaluable in demonstrating compliance with regulations, identifying trends, and making informed decisions about fire safety improvements. In the unfortunate event of a fire, thorough documentation can also be helpful in the investigation process and in preventing future incidents.